help families refinance their homes, to invest in things like high-tech manufacturing, clean energy, and the infrastructure that creates good new jobs. You see, I would never say these things, at least not in a public address, but someone else would. Someone like Jordan Peele.
It's sort of learning to recreate that person's face by looking at the thousands of images over and over and over. Like a lot more research than you would think would go into making a goofy video or something like that.
Truly surprising for me. Yeah, I was just really surprised.
I didn't do any after touching on that video. That was just using the technology that was available from the machine learning side.
You don't even have to know what GitHub is. You don't have to know how to program in Python. None of that matters. You pay somebody $20 and they'll create the fake for you. That's a bit of a game changer.
You know, the everyday person who the deepfake sex video emerges in a Google search of your name, where for that person, it becomes almost impossible to debunk.
While I don't think that's likely, I also don't think it's out of the question. And that is enough to keep me up at night. The margins are very, very thin. The last national election here in the US was 80,000 votes in 3 states. You don't have to fool tens of millions of people.
I don't think that deepfake will become a big political issue during the course of the campaign. Think about a well-placed rumor before an IPO. I think a lot of these things were problems already. And so it's unclear to me how much machine learning really, adds to those problems. I find it very difficult to sort of believe that there is something so uniquely devastating about video.
Right now, what we are focusing on is developing forensic techniques to protect world leaders from deepfakes. We are particularly worried about how the Donald Trumps, Theresa May, and Angela Merkel's of the world, how their likeness will be used to disrupt elections and incite potential violence in countries by creating fake content. There's some fun and entertaining and interesting applications, but there is a weaponization of the technology. And I simply advocate that we as technologists, we acknowledge it, and we start thinking not after the fact, but before the fact, how can we start putting some safeguards in place?
Well, did you hear that? Now, did you hear that, y'all?
I'm bad. You're stronger than you know. So strong.
Sorry about that. Let's get back to what we was talking about, deepfake videos. This commentary is not going to be that long. I just wanted to share something with y'all about deepfake videos. I want to read something to y'all that I Google up, got my notes. I want y'all to hear this real quick, okay? I'll read this to y'all, okay? Now, deepfake technologies been developed by researchers at academic institutions beginning in the 1990s and later by amateurs in online communities. More recently, the methods have been adopted by the industry. So this deepfake videos has been around for over 25 to 30 years. So when you speak about, when Michael Avenatti spoke about Nike, when he talked to Nike and said that the R. Kelly case was 90% bullshit, And 2002, that was a sex tape of R. Kelly. Remember that tape, y'all? You don't think that the people that was around R. Kelly, that his so-called family and friends that knew him, his managers, whoever, etc., 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 didn't get together and plot to set him up with a deepfake video? Or maybe not, or just put themselves in the video and say this is R. Kelly? Once again, I'll read this again. To the conscious people. This ain't for the people that that's not, consider woke. These are the people that sleep at the wheel. Deepfake technology been developed by researchers at academic institutions beginning in the 1990s and later by amateurs in online communities. More recently, the methods have been adopted by the industry. So, when you say that when you saw what you saw, R. Kelly allegedly peeing on a 14-year-old girl, that's what they said. That's what everybody ran with. Everybody believed that story because everybody saw a video of R. Kelly peeing on a 14-year-old girl. Did you really see R. Kelly on the video peeing on a 14-year-old girl? Huh? That's what all of y'all said. I'm talking about all the conscious and woke people out there. You just saw the deepfake video. They've been around for years. Now they're just a little bit more updated, more advanced with the technology. The technology is more advanced every year. Okay? With that being said, somebody, as the words of Vicky did, somebody talk black to me. You don't think this man was set up back then in 2002? You don't think this man is being set up right now in the year 2019? I'm going to say again, Mike Avenatti said when he was trying to extort Nike on the phone, they recorded him saying the R. Kelly case is 90% bullshit. So why are we believing that R. Kelly is a pedophile who has never been convicted of being a pedophile? You always keep saying, some of you so-called supporters of R. Kelly, that he's done something. What did he do? He like to have relationship with women? We can't talk about what he's done morally wrong because, hell, Bill Cosby done something morally wrong too as well. Hell, we all done something morally wrong. Should we all be in jail because we like women? We're attracted to other women? You can't be saying you worship God and God this and God that and keep saying he's done something morally wrong. No man should be in prison or be in jail for something they done morally wrong. That's not the law. That's not how the law is supposed to work. Come on, y'all. Wake up, y'all. Wake up. Deepfake videos has been around over 25 plus years. R. Kelly, who I believe is innocent, and I think he was set up, not just in this case, even in the 2008 case, with that whole alleged sex video. I got a question for all the people that said R. Kelly was on that video urinating on that 14-year-old girl. If she was 14, I don't believe she was 14. That was a bunch of bullshit. Tell me, how can I watch that videotape, that alleged sex video right now on my tablet, my computer, my iPhone? I can go right now and watch that so-called alleged R. Kelly sex tape right now. If this so-called girl was 14, I thought that was illegal to watch child pornography. Hello? Hello, conscious niggas? Hello, woke niggas? But y'all been calling R. Kelly a pedophile for over 25 to 30 plus years. Should I read this one more time, y'all? Deepfake technology has been developed by researchers at the academic institution beginning in the 1990s and later by amateurs in online communities. More recently, the methods have been adopted by the industry. So, tell me, Where do we go from here, y'all? Why is R. Kelly sitting in the federal jail right now? Why did R. Kelly get convicted by public opinion? Why did the media come so hard against R. Kelly? Why did they do that to R. Kelly, y'all? It was the people that R. Kelly had around him that he was associated with. But why do they have R. Kelly in that federal jail? He's not in prison. He's in a federal jail who hasn't been on trial yet. Tell me, y'all. Talk to me. Y'all not talking to me, right? All of y'all get on your platforms 2019 with the whole Surviving R. Kelly. Surviving R. Kelly, the scripted documentary, the movie. Y'all got on your platforms and saying R. Kelly did this. They should have got him. Aaliyah's parents should have nipped it in the bucket. Aaliyah's mom already spoke out and said it never happened. Her late father said it never happened. Aaliyah said in 3 interviews that they were never married. But y'all continue to push that narrative. Y'all continue to push that narrative about R. Kelly being a pedophile. And I told y'all, stop doing it. You said, well, people shouldn't get on Vlad TV in front of mixed company and talk about R. Kelly. But y'all, I said, you get on your platforms. You don't think the federal and the feds and people are listening to y'all platforms, dogging R. Kelly? Let me ask y'all, let me leave y'all with this. If Michael Jackson was alive, to the Michael Jackson supporter, because I love Michael Jackson. I'm also a supporter of his too. You think Michael Jackson would be out here bashing R. Kelly? If he was alive? I don't even think Michael Jackson would be living here in this country. But you think even if he lived in another country, you think he'd be out here bashing R. Kelly? Bill Cosby. If Bill Cosby wasn't even convicted, if he was out, you think that Bill Cosby would be having something negative said about R. Kelly? Think about that for a minute, y'all. Y'all just think about that for a minute. Let that marinate in your brain. Let that marinate in your brains for a minute. You think that Bill Cosby, if he was never convicted, would be out here having something negative to say about R. Kelly? Or if the king of pop was alive, would have something to say about Robert Sylvester Kelly? Think about that. We sat up there and allowed this to happen. This man has not been convicted of a crime. You keep saying he paid off this and paid this person out. Well, how did that happen? You didn't know. You didn't talk. The people that was around him paid the people off. This man was always in the studio. This man was always making music. This man was always touring. You never ask those questions. It's always 2 sides to a story, and it's always the truth, y'all. That's why I say, always do your research. It's nothing new about deepfake videos. This is not new. It's nothing new about these deepfake videos. Yes, we have talked, I spoke about Kells behind closed doors and shit like that, but never came out to a public platform and bashed R. Kelly on no damn YouTube. That's why I'm disappointed in some of my black people. That's why I'm disappointed. You defend Bill Cosby, you defend Michael Jackson, you defend this person, that person, but yet and still, you couldn't hold it together and say, wait a minute, let me look into this case. And you bring up the past. And I said, no, it's not like that, brother. You might want to go back in that past and do your research. You got women lying about being a certain age, fake IDs, who was able to get into the courtroom, through sheriffs, through judges. Come on, man. This man was set up. He was set up just like everybody else. But y'all don't want to believe that because you don't like his music. He didn't just make music about sex, man. It was all kind of music R. Kelly made. R. Kelly's fingerprints is all through that music, man, that you hear on the radio. He's written and produced even some of your favorite gospel singers that you hear on the radio. He's written for Maxwell. I know some of y'all love Maxwell, some of you females out there. Some of you women love Maxwell. Yeah. Man, y'all better get it together. I'm out of here, man. I'm going to leave you out with this. If you believe everything the media tells you, you're nothing but a brainwashed slave. So free yourself and free your mind and free your soul. And it is easy to destroy and bring down a black man. All you need is his own race of people to do it for him. With that being said, love is God and God is love. And I'm going to say this also. Just because somebody got a suit and tie on and they call themselves a preacher, don't make them the chosen one and don't make them anointed. I'm out. Peace.